Girls, I would like to share a small thought on eagles. The only bird that dares to peck an eagle is the raven. It sits on the eagle's back and pecks its neck. However, the eagle does not respond or fight the raven. It does not spend time or energy with the raven. It just opens its wings and begins to fly higher in the sky. The higher the flight, the harder it is for the raven to breathe, and the raven eventually falls due to lack of oxygen. Not all battles you need to respond to. Not all arguments or critics you need to respond to or answer back. Just lift your standards, my dear children. Stop wasting time with your ravens. Just take them to your height and they will fade away. The enemy may sit on your back and bite your neck, but remember, the race is not for the swift, nor the battle to the strong, nor riches to men of skill, but time and chances happen to all of them. May the Lord take you to heights where it will be difficult for all your enemies to peck on you. God bless you. The vicious circle of poverty. There is a circular relationship known as vicious circle of poverty that tends to perpetuate the low level of development in less developed countries. LDCs means less developed countries. That is, there is a chain of reaction which keeps occurring again and again, and hence a country is not able to come out of that link. That is only called as vicious circle of poverty. So Nerks explains the idea in these words. It implies a circular constellation of forces tending to act and react upon one another in such a way as to keep a poor country in the state of poverty. I would like to explain this with an example. If I say that example, I think you will be able to understand this further. A poor man may not have enough to eat. You just think of a poor man. He will not have enough money to have a meal or lunch or a dinner. He might not have enough money to have his meal. And he will be underfed because he is not getting any food. So he is underfed. So what happens? His health condition will be very weak. So being so physically weak, his working capacity will also be very low. Just imagine a poor fellow. He's not able to have even one meal. So his health condition will be very bad. And so even if he works, if he wants to work, he will not be in a position to work. So his productivity level will be low, or his capacity to work will be very low. Since he is not able to work, he will not get income. Since he doesn't have income, he cannot buy a meal. Since he doesn't have a meal, his health condition will be very poor. Since his health condition is poor, he is not able to work. Since he is not able to work, he is not able to get income. So this is a circular thing happening in one's life again and again. This is only called as vicious circle of poverty in a society. So a situation of this sort relating to a country as a whole can be summed up in one proposition called as a country is poor because the country is poor. A country will be poor because the country is poor. அப்போ ஒரு poor country ஏன் poor இருக்கு? ஏன்னா அது ஏற்கனவே புவராக இருக்குது, அதனால தான் அது புவராக இருக்குது. This is only called as vicious circle of poverty. So the vicious circle of poverty acts on both the demand side as well as the supply side. Okay, demand side as well as supply side. On the supply side, the inner circle is called as the supply side. On the supply side, the low level of real income means low level of savings. So a person is getting low income, so the level of saving is also low. The low level of savings leads to low investment and deficiency of capital. Since the saving is low, the investment is also very low. The deficiency of capital in turn leads to low levels of productivity, which in turn leads to low per capita income. Are you able to understand? It happens as a circle. Poor per capita income is there. Why is there a poor per capita income? There is a low level of saving. Why is there a low level of saving? Because their income is very low, so they are not able to save. If they are not able to save, the level of investment will also be low. If there is no investment, there will not be any production. The productivity will be low. So this happens like a circle. So it is called as the vicious circle of poverty from the supply side. Now come to the demand side. On the demand side of the vicious circle is the low level of real income. The income is very low, which leads to low level of demand. Income is low, so I am not able to buy anything. My demand will also be very low. If my demand is very low, what will happen? Producers will not be able to invest anything on their factories because nobody is willing to buy. Already the goods which are produced are just stocked up. There's nobody to buy those products. So what will happen? The entrepreneurs will not tend to have any investment. So that there will be a low level of investment, which will lead to low productivity, which in turn leads to low per capita income. So this is from the demand side. So from the demand side, what is happening? The demand side of the vicious circle is that low level of real income leads to low level of demand, which in turn leads to low rate of interest and hence back to deficiency of capital, low productivity and low income. So vicious circle happens on both the demand side as well as the supply side. So the vicious circle of poverty operates both on the demand side and on the supply side. On the supply side, there is low level of income, so there is low savings, low investment, low productivity, again low level of income. On the demand side, low level of income, so there is low demand. Since there is low demand, the investment is low, then there is low level of productivity, which in turn leads to low level of income. This is only called as vicious circle of poverty. So how to come out of this vicious circle of poverty, breaking the vicious circle of poverty? There's a question in your textbook, question number 30. How to break the vicious circle of poverty? The vicious circle of poverty is associated with low rate of savings and investment on the supply side. On the supply side, vicious circle of poverty is due to two factors. One is low saving and the other one is low investment. So in the underdeveloped countries, the rate of investment and the capital formation must be stepped out. What do you mean by stepped out? It has to be increased. The rate of investment and capital formation must be increased without any reduction in the consumption. இன்வெஸ்ட்மெண்ட் இன்க்ரீஸ் ஆகணும், கேபிட்டல் ஃபார்மேஷனும் இன்க்ரீஸ் ஆகணும். இன்வெஸ்ட்மெண்ட் இன்க்ரீஸ் பண்ணுறதுக்காக டிமாண்டை குறைச்சிக்க கூடாது. இன்வெஸ்ட்மெண்ட் இன்க்ரீஸ் ஆகணும், அதே டைம் கன்சம்ஷனும் குறையாமல் பார்த்துக்கணும். இந்த மாதிரி பண்ணானா a country can come out of the vicious circle of poverty. For this, the marginal rate of savings is to be greater than the average rate of savings. So this is very important. So இந்த இடத்துல என்ன பண்ணணும்? Marginal rate of savings காட்டிலும், okay, marginal rate of savings, average rate of savings காட்டிலும் பெருசா இருக்கணும். The marginal rate of savings must be greater than the average rate of savings. To break the vicious circle on the demand side, Marx suggested the strategy of balanced growth. If investment is made in several industries, investment must be made on several industries simultaneously. ஒரே நேரத்தில் நிறைய ஃபேக்ட்ரிஸில் இன்வெஸ்ட்மெண்ட் பண்ணணும். அப்போ என்ன ஆகும்? The workers employed in various industries will become consumers for each other's products. நிறைய ஃபேக்ட்ரியில் டிஃப்ரெண்ட் கைண்ட்ஸ் ஆஃப் ஃபேக்ட்ரியில் இன்வெஸ்ட் பண்ணணும். அப்போ டிஃப்ரெண்ட் ஃபேக்ட்ரியில் ஒர்க் பண்ணுற ப்ரொடியூசர்ஸ், அதாவது டிஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் இதில் ஒர்க் பண்ணுற ஒர்க்கர்ஸ் என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க? அவங்க ஃபேக்ட்ரியில் இருக்கிறத விட்டுட்டு வேற ஒரு ஃபேக்ட்ரியில் இருக்க பொருளை டிமாண்ட் பண்ணுவாங்க. ஸோ த ஒர்க்கர்ஸ் எம்ப்ளாய்ட் இன் த வேரியஸ் இண்டஸ்ட்ரீஸ் வில் பிகம் கன்சியூமர்ஸ் ஆஃப் ஈச் அதர்ஸ் ப்ராடக்ட்ஸ் and this will create demand for one another. The balanced growth, simultaneous investment in large number of industries create mutual demand. Thus, through the strategy of balanced growth, vicious circle of poverty operating on the demand side of capital formation can be broken. So, how can the vicious circle of poverty be broken? It can be broken on the supply side as well on the demand side. Supply side la eppadi break பண்ணலாம்? We have to increase the rate of investment and we have to increase the capital of formation without reduction in consumption. Next one, on the supply side, the government has to invest in several industries simultaneously so that the workers employed in one industry will be consumers of another industry. There should be growth. என்ன growth இருக்கணும்? Balanced growth இருக்கணும். The balanced growth, that is simultaneous investment in large number of industry creates mutual demand. So demand side la vicious circle of poverty can be broken in this way. This is a very important question, question number 30. So what did we see right now? We saw about the vicious circle of poverty. எப்படி வந்து ஒரு கண்ட்ரி வந்து அப்படியே ஒரே ரவுண்டில் சுற்றிக்கிட்டே இருக்கு. லோ பெர் கேபிட்டா இன்கம் இருக்குது, லோ சேவிங்ஸ் இருக்குது, லோ இன்வெஸ்ட்மெண்ட் இருக்குது, லோ ப்ரொடக்டிவிட்டி இருக்குது. லோ ப்ரொடக்டிவிட்டி இருக்கிறதுனால லோ பெர் கேபிட்டா இன்கம் இருக்குது, லோ சேவிங்ஸ் இருக்குது, லோ லெவல், இப்படி சுற்றி சுற்றி வருது. இதிலிருந்து வெளியில் வரணும். வெளியில் வர்றதுக்கு தான் ரெண்டு டைப்பு. ஒன்று வந்து அந்த சப்ளை சைடும் இருக்குது, டிமாண்ட் சைடு. சப்ளை சைடும் விஷஸ் சர்க்கிள் ஆஃப் பாவர்ட்டி இருக்குது, டிமாண்ட் சைடும் இருக்குது. பிரேக்கிங்கும் ரெண்டு சைட்லையும் நம்ம பண்ணலாம். சப்ளை சைட்லையும் பிரேக் பண்ணலாம், டிமாண்ட் சைட்லையும் பிரேக் பண்ணலாம். This is about the vicious circle of poverty. Let us continue in the next video lesson.